Stop checking the box scores and start checking the vibes. What if I told you the ghost of Michael Jordan didn't retire in Washington, but actually moved to Oklahoma City? We're not talking about a next up prospect anymore. We're talking about him. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander isn't just playing basketball. He's conducting a masterclass in surgical destruction. While everyone was arguing about Luka's triple-doubles or Jokic's horse racing, Shai quietly became the most inevitable force in the league. No metaphors needed, just straight buckets. He just wrapped up a season where he didn't just win the MVP, he took the whole hardware store home. Scoring title, MVP, and the Larry O'Brien trophy. One fan on Reddit said it best. Bro, Shai is out here putting up video game stats in real life. We're looking at 32.7 points per game. But it's not just the volume, it's the how. He's shooting a ridiculous 51.9% from the field as a guard. That's not supposed to happen. Most guards who score 30 plus are out here chucking prayers from the logo. But Shai, he's cooking you in the mid-range like it's 1998. He's got the ultimate bag. Ankle breakers every night. Clutch shots, he's ice cold. He also improved his deep ball to a career-high 37.5%, making him a literal three-level threat. He's the first player since Jordan in '98 to sweep the MVP and the Finals MVP in the same year. When he gets to his spot, it's a wrap. No panic, no wasted movement, just a smooth, rhythmic bucket. Dude, most superstars take defensive possessions as rest periods, not Shai. This man is a menace on both ends. He's leading the league in steals with 1.7 per game and adding one block every single night. That's 2.7 stocks for a point guard. He's not just a pogo stick jumping at everything. He's got elite IQ. He's leading the league in deflections, disrupting every passing lane like he's got 8 arms. The Thunder had the #1 defense in the league, and it started with him. He's locking up your favorite player and then going down the other end to drop 40. That's why the best player conversation changed. You can't be the best if you only play half the game. Shai is playing the whole 94 feet. Remember when the Thunder were just a scary young team? Those days are gone. Shai led this squad to a historic 68-14 record. That's the #1 seed in a Western Conference that's basically a bloodbath. He's the engine of the third best offense and the absolute anchor of the best defense. He's turning guys like Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren into killers because he commands so much gravity. He had 49 games with 30-plus points last season. That's consistency we haven't seen in decades. As one comment on YouTube put it, he doesn't have a bad game. Even his off nights are 25-8. He's the first Canadian MVP since Steve Nash, but with a defensive grit that Nash never had. He took OKC from a rebuild to a dynasty in the making in record time. When the game is on the line, Shai doesn't just play, he closes. He's been leading the league in clutch points, shooting a mind-blowing percentage when the pressure is at his peak. But what really puts him in the GOAT conversation for guards is his historic consistency. We're talking about a record that stood for over 60 years. Shai officially passed Wilt Chamberlain for the most consecutive games, scoring 20 or more points. Wilt had 126, and Shai just kept the engine running to reach 127 and beyond. Think about that. A guard in the modern era, with all the travel and defensive schemes, being more consistent than the most dominant physical force in basketball history. He doesn't have off nights. Even when his jumper isn't falling, he gets to the line, finds his spots, and guarantees those 20-plus points. As one fan on X said, SGA breaking a Wilt record as a guard is like a sprinter winning a marathon. It shouldn't be possible. He's a machine, a surgical closer, and now a record breaker that stands alone at the top. The dust has settled, the trophies are in the cabinet, and the record books have been rewritten. But the real question isn't what Shai has done, it's where he ranks in the pantheon of greatness. Is it too early to call him the greatest Thunder player ever? Better than Prime Russ? Better than KD's MVP run? Some might say slow down, but the tape doesn't lie. We're watching a guy who has the mid-range of Jordan, the poise of Kawhi, and a defensive motor that just won't quit. He's not just next up, he's the now. He's the engine of a Thunder team that looks like the next NBA dynasty, flanked by stars like Chet and J-Dub. But let's get real for a second and stir the pot. If you're starting a franchise today, are you taking SGA over Luka, over Jokic, or even over a healthy Wemby? This is the debate that's breaking the internet. Shai has the ring, ring, he has the MVP, and he has that him energy that's impossible to ignore. He's the first Canadian to truly own the league, and at 27, he's just getting started. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to check out the next video.